Salter describes the planetron as an ultra-speed, electromagnetically propelled and levitated transportation system of the future. Such a system could carry passengers across the United States in less than an hour in a quiet, economical, fuel-conservative, and non-polluting manner. Planetron would require a tunnel over 2,500 miles in length, perhaps assembled from 125-mile-long segments. Now, my story isn't about everything having to do with underground bases and rail systems. I'm just giving you an overview and, again, but before we leave this subject, let's take a look at who else has been digging in the dirt. Aviation Week and Space Technology recently reported that it seems the nearly $30 billion a year spent on intelligence hasn't answered the question of what the Russians are up to at Yamantau Mountain in the Urals. The huge underground complex being built there has been the object of U.S. interest since 1992. We don't know exactly what it is, says Ashton Carter, the Pentagon's international security mogul. The facility is not operational, and the Russians have offered non-specific reassurances that it poses no threat to the U.S. Starting in the Brezhnev period, Russia has been pursuing construction of a massive underground facility at Yamantau Mountain and the city of Mezgori, formerly the settlements of Beloretsk 15 and Beloretsk 16. Russia's 1997 federal budget lists the project as a closed territory containing installations of the Ministry of Defense. On April 16, 1996, the New York Times reported on the mysterious military base being constructed in Russia in a secret project reminiscent of the chilliest days of the Cold War. Russia is building a mammoth underground military complex in the Ural Mountains, Western officials and Russian witnesses say. Hidden inside Yamantau Mountain, in the Beloretsk area of the southern Urals, the project involved the creation of a huge complex, served by a railroad, a highway, and thousands of workers. The complex, being built inside Yamantau Mountain by tens of thousands of workers, covers an area the size of the Washington, D.C. area inside the Beltway. There are reportedly provisions for living inside the man-made caves. There is an underground warehouse for food and clothing, a shelter for the Russian national leadership in case of disaster. It is now known that the Soviet Union used secret underground bases in Eastern Europe to conceal nuclear missiles at the end of the Cold War, as an integral part of its nuclear warfighting strategy. In all, some 73 SS-23 missiles, packing a nuclear punch 365 times greater than the bomb that detonated over Hiroshima, were hidden by the Soviets in violation of the INF Treaty, which went into force in June 1988. If war had broken out, those missiles would have given the Soviets an overwhelming strategic advantage against the United States, allowing them to decimate NATO forces in Europe in a surprise attack. The last of these missiles will be destroyed by the government of Slovakia, under a grant from the United States,